Hey guys, LevelCap here. Today I've got some AC-130 gunship footage from Battlefield 4 Alpha that was displayed at E3. Now this footage actually comes from Dasgro. If you're not familiar with Dasgro, he's been playing Battlefield for ages. He's been part of competitive gameplay all the way back in Battlefield 2. He was part of 20ID. I actually scrimmed against them forever ago in Battlefield 2. He's a really nice guy. I got to meet him at E3, and you can be sure that if Battlefield 4 ever makes a big scene in the competitive area, Dasgro is going to be right on the forefront of that because he's been doing some great commentating with the Battlefield 3 competitive scene. So make sure to check out his channel. It's linked in the video description. He also has some cool Battlefield 4 Alpha exclusive gameplay up on his channel as well. Now I'm going to rewind here for a second so we can see Dasgro cycling through the different weapons. This is the rapid fire artillery cannon, and as you can see, it looks pretty effective. Not a lot of bullet drop on there, much faster firing, probably pretty good for taking out faster moving, lighter armored targets. This is the minigun, definitely going to be effective for taking out infantry, and in fact I was flying around with the helicopter and the AC-130 gunship was doing considerable damage to me with the minigun. Of course, here is the main artillery cannon. The splash damage is crazy, and you're going to see Dasgro take out this tank here with some pretty heavy splash damage, and it looks awesome from this view. Now the gunship has good zoom ability with its cannons, and this is really important because it's flying a lot higher than it has been in Battlefield 3. In fact, I was flying in the helicopter, getting shot at by the AC-130, and thinking, you know what, I'm just going to fly up there and take out this gunship. Well, that didn't work out so well. I started to gain some altitude, and then I noticed just how high the gunship was in the sky and realized that I don't think I can actually even fly up high enough to deal with this gunship. I'm not confirming that a helicopter can't kill a gunship, but I just didn't want to spend the amount of time that it took to fly up to the altitude level to test out that theory. Again, we only had 15 to 20 minutes to play Battlefield 4 at a time, and I felt like my time could have been spent better doing other things and researching other areas of the game. One thing that has been under discussion quite a bit were the gun seats in the gunship. Now the first one is the big artillery cannon, the second one is the rapid fire artillery cannon, the third one is the minigun. Now I was asking Dasgro about the 4 seat because it has a weird little image on there. He said there were 2 minigun 4 seats. Other people on Reddit have said that one is a passenger seat. It has been confirmed that you can bail out of the gunship though and use it the same way as a dropship. Either way, it's got plenty of firepower to deal with stuff on the ground, and frankly I think it's kind of a nuisance. It's pretty much as annoying as it has been in Battlefield 3, maybe slightly less depending on what map you're playing in on Battlefield 4, I'm sure. This one does have a lot of skyscraper cover, so maybe it's not going to be quite as big of an annoyance. I was watching one player play with the gunship while it was circling C point. Now the commanders in this game get to choose which point the gunship is going to circle around, and the player who was circling around C point was able to lock down the flag on top of the skyscraper completely, like to the point where no other infantry could get in there. He was just putting down artillery rounds, miniguns, whatever it was. He was dealing with entire squads around the skyscraper. Now Dasgro just bailed out here as the big skyscraper's about to come down. He has this footage up on his channel too. It's pretty cool looking parachuting as this huge skyscraper's about to come down, and it is neat to bail out from so high up in the sky. I paused it here because Dasgro is still very high up in the sky while he's parachuting, higher than pretty much all the skyscrapers except for the C point skyscraper, and the gunship is very small up there. It is way above his current location, so this gives you an idea of just how high the gunship is in the air. And even when I was flying the helicopter above the C point skyscraper, the gunship was still way above me. So this thing is much higher than it has been in the other Battlefield games. What has also been under discussion is how you take down a gunship. As I said before, it seems like it'd be really hard to take one down with a helicopter just because how long it takes to get up there in the air. One of the guys describing commander mode at E3 said that stingers will take them down. I don't know if this is going to be in the final game. So far it seems like they're kind of still designing things in Battlefield 4, so we'll see how hard it is to take them down and if they disappear once you exchange C flag in the game. Again, that's something that I haven't really seen yet. One thing I wanted to ask you guys and maybe start a discussion on is, do you really want the C-130 gunship back in the game? I know it had a pretty rough start with Battlefield 3, and I still don't think it's a great fit in Battlefield 3. I think it's just incredibly overpowered and ultimately just aggravates people. You know, if you want to make a fun video game, then you want to put elements in it that are fun for everyone to play with. And so far, the fun side of the C-130 seems to only be the gunner seat. Sure, it's fun to sit in there and just mow down squads of infantry because it's so easy to do and it's kind of fun, but at the same time, it's totally unfun for everybody on the receiving end of the gunship. So do you really want to put mechanics in your game that are really fun for one person but really aggravating for lots of people? I think ultimately that's not the best gameplay decision. So hopefully the C-130 gunship is extremely limited in Battlefield 4. Anyway, that's my opinion on the gunship. I would love to hear what you guys think about it. If you want to see different things implemented to balance out the use of the gunship, to maybe nerf the gunship, what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. This is LevelCap, signing off.